So let's just put that numbers out there.
So
now,
let's
go on.
So can we just say with that, it did 1.3 million in the first week. With all the opposition, because there have been far worse films,
of course,
that haven't received the opposition. I just
so
wanted to
1.3 million budget, 1.3 million done in the first week. Okay, the next film that we had after that was Boxing Day. Okay, I don't know if any of you watched that film Boxing Day with Mike Amin, I think his name is. I don't know what okay, and it had the lady from Little Mix in there. So the budget for that was 3 million. First week it done 250k in the first week. Okay, now Boxing Day is one thing that we've always said we wanted in the black community, which is a love story. Okay, which we've always said we wanted. Okay, Little Mix is a big name. Okay, so we so is Michael Amin is known in the.
His name is Emil. So
is it Emil?
Emil.
Okay, sorry, I keep butchering his name, but yeah. Now these are two prominent figures. One's obviously a musician, but she's very well known. This came out in the cinema. One could argue that it came out probably at a bad time in December, during when we was doing the whole COVID thing. However, 250,000 was a sales in the first week. This is something that we've claimed that we wanted. Okay, we've claimed that we wanted it. It's out there. We know it's in the cinema.
Why is it not received the response
Now,
that it
one could argue there are many factors, but I always say, let's put our money where our mouths are, because we've claimed that we want a market share in this. We haven't gone to see it. You know. Now the demographic for those who go to the cinema is between 15 and 24. That is the average age when I checked on the statistics. So that is the target group. Now the question is what do we feel 15 and 24-year-olds want to watch in the cinema?
Good films.
Okay. Second is this Pirates was another thing that came out in the cinema. Okay, which was done by Reggie Yates. That done 50,000 sales in the first week and had a budget of, let me just get it, I'm sure it was something to do with $1 million. The budget for that was 1.1 million.
Pirates, what is it about?
That was basically going about the whole garage scene. It was mainly based around Mega Man and So Solid. It's on Netflix now.
Okay, right. So
I ain't even heard about that.
This is what that was going to be my immediate.
So the
response.
marketing
was the marketing didn't hit because I haven't heard about it.
But,
but
let's go back to let's go back though.
No, but I have to answer. I have to extend on that because if it was based on So Solid and that era, then they need to have pushed the marketing heavy on us. Because me personally,
I didn't hear about it.
I grew up with that. I would love to watch that.
But you didn't hear about it.
I didn't.
No, we
You didn't hear about. You didn't hear about. Did you hear about Boxing Day?
Yeah.
Did you hear about Boxing Day?
Yeah.
Did you? Now be honest. Did you go and watch it?
Yes.
I don't watch chick flicks.
Okay, I know we're using this little small section here.
No. So
I know you did, but yeah, I know we didn't.
They don't. I think. But this is the thing. I think that
with the hairband when he went to watch it.
if we look at European directors, they have the ability to create films that don't hit. It's not a case of okay, we made one romantic comedy and it didn't hit, so we're never going to make any more, and we're only going to stick to one thing. Do you know what I mean? They're allowed to
Straight
try
to fire
and
stick.
Do you know what I mean?
right. But sorry to cut
straight
you.
to fire stick.
there's obviously mitigating circumstances and contributing factors to add to all of these things. So number one, is, let's be honest, UK is the land of bad vibes, and we don't really support our own as much as we should, or as much as we claim to. For example,
I'm moving to America.
so for example, like John Boyega, Damson Idris, Erica Breffa,
Daniel Kaluuya,
Emil Amin.
the guy who's in All American. What's his name? I didn't even know it was the main character. Bro,
All these UK actors have to go to America.
That
See when
blew
he
my
switched-
mind.
have you seen
because
when he switched the accent?
Bro, I was watching that for like a good 3-4 seasons.
And you had no idea?
I had no idea. Then one day
Brother,
he spoke. I was like,
It was on
what?
that show that Jeezy's Missus is on.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I see the accent switch, I was like, it's impressive. Like I knew, but the point I'm making is this year, these are all people that started over here, and they were, I won't say unsuccessful because wholly they weren't unsuccessful, but they plateaued here, and then they had to go to America to get the flowers that they deserve, and it's like we don't want to support them here. But let me give you a prime example. Do you know Idris Elba was in Family Affairs?
I never really watched it, but I didn't know.
But no one cared, is my point. And he went to America and reinvented himself, and now all these girls are salivating, all these women across the world are salivating.
I remember seeing The Wire in 2004.
Bruv, no one cared about that man then.
But I didn't know what it was. Like, I was just out there just watching it on Bridgens.
But no one cared about them.
Then I came back, then no one had heard of it, and it wasn't out here. Then years later it came out here, Then I'm watching it. Then I was like, oh yeah, I remember the show. And I was telling my cousin that when I was out there, like it was on TV. Then all of a sudden now, I'm here, Stringer Bell is English. I was like, huh? Like,
gone. But I go on, carry on.
but you can see like all the films he's done over there, like all the Marvel films, Fast and Furious, and all of this. If he stayed over here, no offense to our
No, but it's true.
no
It's
offense
true.
to our brothers who they've literally gone as far as EastEnders.
Cheers. Let me say.
That's
Let me
about it.
let me even build on that to say this, because he went to Fast and Furious, which is that hate it or love it, the franchise is doing amazingly well.
Yeah.
And I think the one
He's in DC as well, so he's in Marvel and DC.
Exactly.
But you usually just get people just one or the other, but he's in both.
But what was mad is he went into Fast and Furious as a villain, and his name was Brixton.
Yeah.
And it's like you can't get more authentic than that as somebody from England. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what did English people do? We laughed at it.
But my thing though is that obviously I'm into business. All of us are into business in some sense. All of us are. You're an artist. You're doing personal training. You've got a product that you're selling. And I say to myself, there's something they call supply and demand. If these hood films were being put out and people wasn't watching them, I'm pretty sure anyone who's pumping money into this would stop at some point. Which clearly means that I hate the fact there's a fetishization for black trauma. And I think whether we like it or not, there is. Even when you look at music and you look at the songs which they push out, don't get me wrong, you do have conscious rap, but there's something about black trauma which I don't know how to explain it, which is adored, and I don't know how to explain it. Even slavery films. When you think about how much more slavery films do we need?
I swear, I even tweeted it recently where I was saying that someone was talking about artists like J. Cole, Griselda, Common, etc., etc. I said I could listen to Cole in drips and drabs, but mostly when he's on features, because for some reason when he's on features, he's different.
Yeah.
But I'm like, someone said, Niza was saying, if you're playing, because I listen to a lot of Moneybagg Yo and all these guys, said, I can't listen to that. I said, if you jumped in my car and you switch over to one of these conscious guys, I said, I might just open the door and kick you out in traffic and shut the door and keep on. Because when I'm in that zone, it's sad, but I need to listen to Moneybagg to hype myself before gym.
Yeah, but I think
to listen to
as
Gucci.
well, we need to realize that we are the consumers of the product. If we don't consume it, then certain people can't make money from it. Then it will change. So we have to acknowledge our position in the cog. Like we are part of that.
100%. And to build on that, just to build on what you're saying, I feel like the story still has to be told.